local webcasting for a worldwide audience.
Good morning. You're listening to Radio Lewes, where the music matters, and welcome back to Saturday Live. That's not Saturday, is it? I'm an idiot. That's Thursday Live. Sorry, I've been ill. My brain's all over the place. As you can probably tell, I'm a little bit bunged up still, so you'll have to bear with the slightly snotty voice. I do apologise for that. But I've got plenty of great music, and that's about it. I didn't get any further. But the first track on today's list has got to do me a favour. It's got to get an earworm out of my head, because I'm really starting to get sick of singing this song. It's Amy Winehouse.
Hi, it's Rolling.
I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. I was having too much fun.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things, what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. 'Cause since I come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you to come on over and stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Did you have to go to jail? But your house on a up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? Hope you didn't catch a 10. Hope you found the right man who'll fix it for you. Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay that fine? You was dodging all the time. Are you used to busy? Since I come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the border and I think about all the things, and in my head I paint a picture. 'Cause since I come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Oh, there's been an advert for that irritating electronic PA we have in the studio. I'm not going to name her, not today. And they're using that tune, and it's been stuck in my head for the last week. I think that might have got it out. Of course, it was originally written by the Zootons, 2006, but that was Mark Ronson and Amy Winehouse, of course. And released as a single from Ronson's studio album Version in 2007. And it's on various versions of Amy Winehouse albums as well. Terrific single nonetheless, and I'm glad I've got that off my chest. We're going to follow Amy with a bit of the Beardy Weirdies. Yes, the immortal ZZ Top and Got Me Under Pressure. That was from 1983 from Eliminator. I don't know if it was a single or not, I can't tell. I can barely read this morning. My head feels like it's full of cotton wool. But never mind. I've got a really great eclectic list of music for you today. You're probably familiar with most of it anyway. I've definitely got one you might not have heard. I won't tell you what it is. But I'm going to play you another cover now. And this was originally by The Doors.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down, when you're strange. Faces come out of the rain when you're strange. No one remembers your name when you're strange. When you're strange. When you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, you're strange. Yeah. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down, when you're strange. Faces come out of the rain when you're strange. No one remembers your name when you're strange. When you're strange, when you're strange.
As I mentioned, that was The Doors originally, but that was from 1987. And Echo and the Bunnymen, they recorded their cover for the soundtrack of the movie Lost Boys. You may remember it over the opening credits. Subsequently released as a single in 1987 and reached number 29 on the UK singles chart in February of 1988. And number 13 on the Irish singles charts in 1991. That one hung around, didn't it? And just as a point of trivia, that the Bunnymen's version was produced by the Doors keyboard player Ray Manzarek. I think that's how you say his name. Anyway, originally from the Doors, as said, from 1967. From their second album, Strange Days. We're going to carry on with the music for now, and then I'll give you a bit of the gig guide, We've still got a fair bit left, even though there's been some cancellations. And this one you may not have heard. This is an Australian blues band called the Ironweed Project.
Real dark and dirty. Gonna get a little dirty. See them crawling, their faces on the ground. My heart keeps jumping, I wanna stay around. Now they can't hear me, I ain't too young to die. But before I let you take me, you gotta look me in the eyes. I'm gonna get a little dirty. I'm gonna get a little dirty. I'm gonna get a little dirty. Yeah. I'm gonna get a little dirty. Yeah. I see them crawling, their faces on the ground. My heart keeps jumping, I wanna stay around. Now they can't hear me, I ain't too young to die. But before I let you take me, you gotta look me in the eye. I'm gonna get a little dirty, yeah. It's gonna get a little dirty, yeah. It's gonna get a little dirty, yeah. It's gonna get a little dirty,
Yeah, well, that, as you may have worked out, was called Get a Little Dirty. It was used for a fantastic Australian drama called Rescue Special Ops. It was the theme song. I'm pretty sure the song was released about 2015. It's really hard to find anything on these guys. They're called the Ironweed Project. And if you haven't seen Rescue Special Ops, they're an Australian rescue service. They're a bit like the flying ambulance, mountain rescue, paramedics, all rolled into one. And it was actually a very, very good series. And I'll be quite happy if they make some more of it, I have to say. A classic from the 80s now. This is Yellow.
yeah.
races in my head. I'm attacking the illusion, but the stopping drives me mad.
This is Billy McCluskey from Palm Springs reporting for NBC Sports of America. 20 seconds to the start of the 31st Formula race on outside.
Yeah, it's from 1988. That was Swiss electronic band Yellow with their iconic single Race, The Race, from their album Flag. And I'm pretty sure that hit the top 10 in the UK. I can't find you a chart position, I'm afraid. But I can tell you that song has refused to die. It's been remixed and re-released by Yellow several times and others. And there was even a competition to make a video for it. The original video was taken using stock footage of things like NASCAR and the Indianapolis 500. And a couple of people did manage to win that. And the video was released again. I just like the tune. It's a bit of a novelty for me. You know, I'm usually listening to rock and metal. I like to hear something that caught my attention back in the day. Something that caught my attention quite recently is the next track, and then I'm going to give you some of the gig guide. This is Sharks.
About most is all gone.
We at Radio Lewes know that we don't really need to be stroking the ego of our own king mob, but there you go. That was Steve Parsons, vocalist, and the wonderful guitar of Chris Spedding. And Sharks, Gone to the Dogs, and from that album Like a Black Van Parked on the Dark Curve from 1995. That is one of those little gems that you just, I don't know, stumble across and you wonder how the hell this wasn't a massive, massive record. I did actually put it out as an album special, as one of the best albums you've probably never heard of. I hope you have heard of it. It's a great tune, a great album, and it's just a shame it didn't get anywhere at the time. Now then, you are listening to Radio Lewes, where the music matters, and it's time for the gig guide. We've still got about half of it left, so I'll start you with today, Thursday the 19th. There's a reggae Christmas fundraiser at the Con Club. This is a DJ night at 7 p.m, and it's £3 to enter. I don't know what they're fundraising for, but you'll find out, I guess, if you get along to the Con Club. Friday the 20th, the Boogie Woogie Band are at the Lansdowne at 8 p.m, and that one's a free gig. We do like a free gig. And Lewis Loves Disco, DJs at the Con Club again, 8 p.m, and again, that one will not cost you a bean. Monster Groove with live band The Soul Steppers are at the Lamb at 8 p.m, and that is another one which is absolutely free. Saturday the 21st is a busy night. Bad Bad Whiskey plus DJ Skiffle Billy and R&B at the Royal Oak, 8 p.m. for free. The Cohen Brothers, Country Rock and Soul to Cowpunk. I don't know what Cowpunk is, I don't think I want to know. They're at the Lamb at 8 p.m, and that one's free. The Condoms bring high energy covers to the Con Club at 8 p.m. for free. And then there's a Christmas party. It's a folk session. Bring songs and tunes. There'll be carols, fires. I assume that means there'll be a log fire. They won't be setting fire to the place. Candles and mince pies at the Elephant and Castle at 8 p.m. That one's £4. Sunday the 22nd sees Kate and Friends in the Bar acoustic session at the Con Club at 3 p.m. till 5:30. That one's free. Buffalo Wake and Oh Mama, Gypsy Punk and Psychedelic Blues Rock at the Con Club at 7:30. That one's £5. Monday the 23rd sees Christian Brewer, Nigel Thomas, Darren Beckett and Terry Seabrook jazzing up the Snowdrop at 8 p.m. for free. Then there's a break, obviously, until the 27th. Willow the Wisp. Boho Post Blues with a driving beat at the Lamb at 8 p.m. And I do hope Even Adler is on guitar and Moog on the drums. Saturday the 28th, Lazy Susan DJ night at the Con Club, 8 p.m. for £4. And Freme Brulee, they're at the Lamb at 8 p.m. for free, and they've got Gig of the Month. I'll tell you what it says. Back in May, for the first Ripple Mini Festival, Sharon McGill of Popsicle in the Needlemakers was asked to put down some grooves at the Con Club. She recruited Natalie Graham, draped the place in pink, and they threw one hell of a strictly vinyl party. Fast forward 7 months, and the troupe of female DJs, Freme Brulee, is a local favourite. Each member of the team brings something different to the decks, wowing crowds at gigs and private functions alike. Get your dancing shoes on for an eclectic collective of women DJs pimping up Lewes nightlife, and it's free. Saturday the 28th, Lamb, 8 p.m. Monday the 30th, Jeff Simpkins, Bobby Worth, Paul Whitten and Terry Seabrook, of course, jazz at the Snowdrop, 8 p.m. for free. And Tuesday the 31st, New Year's Eve contenders and guests, Con Club, 7 p.m. till late, free to members and friends only. And then there's New Year's Eve at the Oak, live music and special guest DJs, Royal Oak, 9 p.m, and that one is free. That is it. That is your gig guide for the rest of the year, at least coming via way of Viva Lewes. There's still something there for everybody to keep you amused over the festive period. And we're going to get back on with some more music.
The lengths that I will go to
R.E.M., of course, Losing My Religion from 1991 from the album Out of Time, and an unlikely hit for the group, built on a mandolin riff. It got extensive airplay on radio as well as MTV and VH1 due to its critically acclaimed music video, and it became R.E.M.'s highest charting hit in the United States, reaching number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. And it did pretty well over here as well. If you just bear with me a second, I'll find the charts. UK singles charts did number 19, so top 20 hit in the UK. It made number 1 in the US on the modern rock tracks and the mainstream rock tracks Billboard charts as well. For some reason, the adult contemporary chart only had it at number 28, but who cares? It's a great, great tune. And as is the next one, and considering the state I'm in today, this is probably very apt. This is Queen. The wonderful Queen and Radio Gaga from 1984, from the album The Works, and obviously Greatest Hits 2 and Classic Queen. The single was a worldwide success, reaching number 1 in 19 countries, number 2 in the UK singles charts. Do you know what? I'll say it again, I really don't understand the singles charts. Number 1 in 19 countries, only number 2 here. It's a travesty. It's a travesty. Well, we're going to jump forward into more modern times now. This is the Stripes and the wonderful Angel Eyes.
He walks inside, steals a wink. You try to explain, but you ain't got time to think. You know he's bad news, but you take a glance. His headlines say you're on the right page for romance, and you just fall. Oh yeah, you fall for those eyes. Oh yeah, you fall. You fall for angel eyes. He drives you crazy. Don't touch the brakes. You try to speed up, but he overtakes. You move so quickly that you miss the signs. Forgotten where you're headed, girl, but you don't seem to mind, 'cause you just fall. Oh yeah, you fall for those eyes. Oh yeah, you fall. You fall for angel eyes. Well, I'd love to see your heart away, but baby, I'm no thief. Well, I can't be the bad guy. No, I ain't no Lee Van Cleef. Well, I'd love to steal your heart away, but baby, I'm no thief. Well, I can't be the bad guy. No, I ain't no Lee Van Cleef. Oh yeah, you fall. Oh yeah, you fall for those eyes. Oh yeah, you fall. You fall for angel eyes.
Irish rock band The Stripes and Angel Eyes from their debut album Snapshot. That was from 2013 or so. Not a single, that one, which is why I decided to play it. I've played quite a bit of that album over the last year. And it gives a nod to one of my favourite movies as well. Angel Eyes, of course, Lee Van Cleef. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Now a track to keep Si happy. I put this list together today because he's had some technical issues, because, as you know, he usually supplies the list. So I thought I'd chuck in some Darkness for him. That was The Darkness and Open Fire from their fourth studio album, Last of Our Kind, from 2015. And that was the second single from the album. There's been 5, but I'm not going to read them all out because I'm far too lazy and I'm running out of time, and I just want to play you some more great music.
I don't mind you coming here, wasting all my time. 'cause when you're standing oh so near, I kinda lose my mind. It's not the perfume that you wear, it's not the ribbons in your hair. And I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. I don't mind you hanging out and talking in your sleep. It doesn't matter where you've been, as long as it was deep, yeah. You always knew to wear it well, and you look so fancy, I can tell. I don't mind you hanging out and talking in your sleep. I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to feed. I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to bleed. I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. 'Cause when you're standing oh so near, I kinda lose my mind, yeah. It's not the perfume that you wear, it's not the ribbons in your hair. I don't mind you coming here and wasting all my time. I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to feed. I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to bleed. I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to feed. I guess you're just what I needed. I needed someone to bleed. Yeah. So bleed me. You're just what I needed. You're just what I needed. You're just what I needed.
Just What I Needed, and that was from 1978 by The Cars, from their self-titled debut album. And that one achieved radio success as a demo, took inspiration from the Ohio Express and the Velvet Underground. And do you know what, I haven't heard that in a very long time, but I did used to see a local band in New Haven that did a fantastic cover of that, but I can't for the life of me remember the name of that band. Never mind, let's have a bit of Muse.
I'm trapped and my back's up against the wall. I see no solution or exit out. I'm grinding it out, no one can see. The pressure's growing exponentially. I'm trying to keep
Muse there and Pressure, and can you believe this? That only made number 96 on the UK singles charts. That is utterly mental. Pressure, the fifth single from their 8th studio album, Simulation Theory. I'm sorry, my brain is not working. The track was released on 27th of September 2018, following the release of The Dark Side. We really are short on time. In fact, I haven't got any time left at all. I'm going to skip one, and I'm going to play it on Blondie. You've been listening to Thursday Live here on Radio Lewes, where the music matters. I've been Ben Fuller with a very snotty voice. I do apologise for that, but thank you so much for listening. Swazi will back in here on Saturday for Saturday Live, and I'll be back as soon as I can start thinking again. Thank you again. Until next time, this is Blondie. Bye-bye.
Cause the man from Mars stopped eating cars and eating bars, and now he only eats guitars. Yeah.
Radio Lewes. Local community webcasting.